Hello. Well, this is strange. Here I am in my kitchen. There you are in school, or maybe in your own homes. Some of you in school, not nearly the same as usual. Maybe 7, 6, 8 of you, I don't know, in school with some of the teachers, or at home with your families. And here I am in my kitchen. None of us are in church, but church is still happening. So I'm going to start this funny YouTube collective worship in the way I would if I was in school with you. So I'm going to say, "The Lord be with you." And I hope that you're going to say back, or have already said back, "and also with you." Now, we've had a big story in the church recently. We've had Easter Sunday, and I hope that on Easter Sunday you might have had one of these, some kind of chocolate egg. And we use eggs when we talk about Easter, because eggs crack, real eggs crack and become birds, chicks, all sorts of things. But I'm not going to talk about eggs because I bet you've eaten them all. I'm going to talk about something quite different. I'm going to talk about something that helps us a bit to understand what happened during the resurrection. Because you see, Mary and Martha and Peter, the first disciples who went to the tomb, when they got there to visit what they thought was a grave, what they thought would have the dead body in it, they found that the stone, because it was blocked by a stone, had been rolled away, and inside the tomb they didn't find Jesus' body. They found the grave cloth that had been wrapped around his body, but no sign of Jesus. Except there was a sign of Jesus, and someone appeared and they didn't recognise him. They didn't recognise it was Jesus because he was Jesus, but he was different. And for 40 days, 10, 20, 30, 40 days, Jesus would appear and disappear amongst them, sometimes in a room with them, even though he didn't seem to have opened the door, sometimes walking alongside them on a journey, even though he didn't seem to have been on the path before. So Jesus appeared and was the same but not the same. And then eventually Jesus stopped having a human body at all on earth and went to heaven and remained with the disciples in their hearts and in their minds, and meant that they went out and said, we too can be like that. We too can change the world. We too can spread the love of God in the world. So they were transformed. They were changed by the experience. So resurrection is about change. And you may have toys that change. You may have somewhere in your house a transformer, a toy that is one thing, and you fiddle and fiddle and fiddle with it, and it becomes another thing. So it's one thing here, and it changes and becomes another thing. Now, there are things in nature that do that. Seeds become plants and grow up and become flowers. Acorns become oak trees. And caterpillars become butterflies. And there's a very, very famous story about caterpillars becoming, or a very particular, very hungry caterpillar becoming a butterfly. So let's have a look. Here we go. This is my copy of The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and it's an interesting copy, probably not like the one you've got. It says The Very Hungry Caterpillar here in English, and it says The Very Hungry Caterpillar there in Arabic, because this is the retelling of The Very Hungry Caterpillar in English and in Arabic, but the pictures are exactly the same. So let's begin. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Here's the little egg, there's the moon looking down. One little egg. If you'd not seen this happen before, you'd have no idea where this was going. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. The sun's shining like it's been shining on us and smiling. Well, we all know that this is a hungry caterpillar, and the caterpillar started to look for some food. Now you're going to help me count this food. On Monday, the caterpillar ate through one red apple. On Tuesday, the caterpillar ate through 1, 2 juicy pears. On Wednesday, the caterpillar ate through 1, 2, 3 squishy, juicy plums. On Thursday, look at that. The caterpillar ate through 1, 2, 3, 4 red, ripe strawberries. On Friday, the caterpillar ate through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 juicy oranges. On Saturday, the hungry caterpillar ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 gherkin or pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 3 slices of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 slice of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 muffin or cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, the very hungry caterpillar wasn't very hungry anymore. The very hungry caterpillar had a terrible, terrible tummy ache. The next day was Sunday again, and the caterpillar ate through 1 nice, juicy, green leaf. And then the caterpillar wasn't a very hungry caterpillar anymore. The caterpillar was a big, fat, hairy caterpillar, very tired and ready to change. So the caterpillar spun a new type of house for itself. The caterpillar spun a cocoon and stayed in that cocoon for 2 weeks. Jesus stayed in the tomb from Friday night to Saturday night, 2 nights, 3 days. 2 weeks in the cocoon. And then, when the caterpillar emerged from the cocoon, they were the most beautiful butterfly. Completely different from that to that, from that to that. Can you remember how that went? We started with a caterpillar. After eating all that food, munching through all the food in my cupboards maybe, the caterpillar became that, a cocoon. If you can remember, that lasted for 2 weeks. Then